Everyone, I'm Keith. I'm your GM. I'm your Keep Your Secrets. We are doing Echoes of Elsewhere. Today we have with us Vince Pascal, Professor Gregor, Ivan Petrovich III, Blake Emberlich, and Dr. Elliot Knight. And where we are is we have been recruited by the Circle of Light. They have given us our first mission. Changeable Entertainment has a circus that comes to town. It's a seasonal circus. It's themed for the seasons. During October, it tends to be Halloween themed. This time it's vampires. On Monday, October 13th, at their late night private showing, the last showing of this week, we had 18 people walk in the tent. Nobody came out. The police were contacted. They were at a dead end. They reached out to a contact they had and brought you in as unofficial consultants. You investigated the circus. And on your way out, you saw a fortune teller's tent. You approached it, and inside was an old woman reading tarot cards. She invited you to sit down. She told you an interesting story. And after you left a rather nice tip for her, a mist rolled into the tent. You felt lost. You got up, moved around. You somehow ended up outside the tent. You couldn't see your companions. Then you did, but they were no longer your companions. You had all changed in some way. So let's start there. And what we're going to start with first is we're just going to do a real quick recap of we have moved from our Call of Cthulhu characters that exist in the world of New Eden, and now we are in the lands of Barovia, and we have D&D characters. I'm going to ask you, if you don't mind, to share your character's species and also your character's class, if that's okay. All right, Vince, I'll let you start.
Vince has turned into a strappingly muscular dragonborn bard with a ukulele on his back, because I don't have a lute. So we're going to have a ukulele, but we're going to play it like it's a lute. Well, I mean, not really, but in the game mechanics, it'll be a lute. So he just sort of pulls this out and is like, wait, that's a chord. I know that one. This is a chord. Okay. Hey. And then he sort of feels magic coming out of him when he does that. So he's like, well, I need to explore more about what this means before I set something on fire accidentally. And he puts the lute down.
And as we learned from last time, Vince's Dragonborn character does breathe fire.
Yes. I am a red Dragonborn. I have a breath weapon that is fire.
And Professor Gregor, what are you now?
Professor Gregor is, again, not very much changed. He's still a human, looks basically the same as he always has, except, a suit of chainmail instead of something made of tweed. Instead, he's more reeling in a mind that is not his own, with foreign concepts and thoughts plaguing him. He is a human cleric. Yeah.
Thank you. And Ivan, what about you? What are you now?
Much shorter. Ivan Ivan finds himself in the body of a 3-foot gnome. Another redhead. Weird. With a red beard and curly red hair. And he is very well equipped. When he looks around at the party, he's like, why do I have so many shiny things? So he's wearing scale mail armor, has both a pistol and a lance. And he is astride a very large mechanical wolf. That's his steel defender. So he is a artificer, the battlesmith subclass, the one that gets the steel defender.
Blake is about the same height, and she now has pointy ears. Her arms and parts of her that aren't covered in like black leathers are covered in scars. And I think anyone looking at her could tell that she's a rogue of some sort.
Tony?
Yeah, so Elliot is now a warlock. He is a human. He looks very similar to himself back in the real world. However, now he has long, kind of unkempt black hair, and he's carrying a staff with a symbol on top that is a 7-pointed star with an intertwined snake.
What we learned last time is you are able to communicate with Diana, who was the AI you created based on your deceased wife. How that works yet, we haven't really gotten a lot of details on it yet, I don't think. All right. Before you is a village. There is this mist covering everything. You look up in the sky, and there's clouds, and you can see the faint outline of the sun through the clouds, but the light is never coming down. It's never reaching you. There are no cars. There are no neon signs. There's just a few lanterns burning dimly in the distance. It's quiet, but it's not completely silent. There is a forest behind you. You can hear insects and birds in the background. You hear the sound of sobbing echoing through the streets, coming from deep within the village. You hear a knocking, more of a pounding, as someone is insistent. You hear 3 more knocks, and a pause, and 3 more knocks. It keeps repeating itself over and over. Out of the darkness, you see a shadow that moves. There's a hooded figure at the entrance of an ancient stone church. Father Donovich, you have to eat something. Please open the door. What are you all doing right now? You've had a moment to kind of adjust to the fact that you've changed, you've adapted. Some of you may have lost a little bit of sanity in the process, but you find yourself here. A mist-shrouded forest behind you, a village in front of you. What would you like to do?
I think Vince, whose kind of mind is swirling with 2 identities at once, his own and this Dragonborn's, is trying to kind of wrestling with that a little bit and not really paying attention to what's around him yet. He's still looking at himself, looking at this loot in his hand, figuring things out. And he probably says something like, we should find the tavern. He's not really sure why he says that, but it makes sense to him.
I think Professor Gregor is also sort of reeling, not mostly silently, might have muttered at some point under his breath about bricks and clay and wanting to know what's going on. And I think as he makes that sort of silent call, his hand sort of instinctively goes around an amulet around his neck, and there is a faint glow as something, for the first time, at least as far as he knows, answers him. So if I'm allowed to, there's an ability here I would like to attempt to use, if that's
yes,
cool.
Certainly can try.
Certainly can try. It is it's ultimately a spell, but not the ability itself isn't a spell. It's let's see, channel divinity. So he's okay. Calling on this one is one that he gets from being a knowledge cleric, which is mind magic. So he can channel divinity to cast a divination spell that he has prepared. Go ahead. And the one I think he will choose in this case is detect thoughts.
Okay, detect thoughts has a 30-foot range on it. You're a little bit beyond that from the village. Are you detecting thoughts on your companions, or are you walking into the village so you can kind of get a feel?
I think he's using the first mode of detect thoughts as he's sort of standing there and sort of staggering forward in the dimness.
Basically doing a ping.
Yeah. Do you get all of our surface thoughts at once? I think you do, right?
Initially, what you get is there are thoughts around you, but he has to make a little effort to lock in on a single person.
Determining the locations of all thinking creatures around him, and also correlating that with how many creatures he actually sees around him.
I'm glad you did that
So
because I
I
was going to burn a
think-
level 2 spell slot to do the same thing.
All right. So I think to do this, you're going to have to walk into the village. Outside the village, all you sense around you is your companions, this 5 of you, and that's what you expect. I don't know if you're prying into any of their thoughts yet, but we're just using the general sweeping radar type approach to detect thoughts. You begin to walk into the village. The village is in poor shape. You see, the buildings are made out of wood. There is some tile, some thatch on the roof. The wood places are rotting. There are pieces in the ceiling of some of these buildings where there are holes exposed through it. The first couple of houses you pass, the first couple of buildings you pass, are empty. No sound at all. Nothing. No outward sounds. No detect thoughts. About the 4th or 5th house, we'll say the 5th house you go into it, you can sense there are people inside of it. And as you're going through, you can say that probably every 2nd or 3rd house, you feel the presence of somebody inside. The windows are shuttered closed. Nobody's looking out. The buildings that you aren't getting thoughts from, most of them are boarded shut. Nails have been driven into them. Planks over the doors, planks over the windows. Do you wish to try and focus on a specific person as you're going through, or are you going to continue on? As you're moving forward, the church is up to your left. You see what appears to be, there's a shaft of light coming from a larger building toward the center of town. There is a sign hanging over the door, and it's this thorn-covered vine that wraps around the sign, and in the center of it is a heart, and you can see drops of blood dripping out of it.
Can I add one thing? When you were pinging... Oh, sorry. Go ahead. You first.
Good.
Sorry. When you were pinging everybody and hearing voices, there was one voice that you heard at the very beginning that you hadn't heard yet. And all you heard was, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. And that's the Steel Defender's inner voice. If you notice, his tail is wagging while you...
Good. I forgot about the Steel Defender. Very good.
Indeed. Thinking beings line up with seeing beings is good. It will, I think, like someone poking at like a sore tooth, he sort of instinctively will gather the surface thoughts of the people around him as he sort of moves cautiously towards what looks to be the action.
I think as you're going through here, you're getting a sense of fear. You're getting a sense of loss. And in a few places, you're getting a sense of nothing. Like, you know there's somebody there who is capable of thought, but their thought process is a void, or in some way so different than what you expect that you're unable to make any sense out of it. So as I mentioned, you saw what looks like a church. You saw what looked like a church. You saw what looks like a tavern. You see what looks like maybe even a general store going down. Most of these buildings are dark. The ones that stand out are the ones that have some light. There's a lantern next to them. There's some light going through it. And again, you hear a knocking on a door farther down in the village.
Yeah, let's go check that out. Ugh. Still not used to this.
Seems like a place to start.
Yes, we are something here.
I feel strange, but I'm remembering me here. And the place for information is the tavern, but if this knocking is more urgent, then we should address that.
When you say me, do you mean Vince or what
I mean,
Vince is in right now?
This
Scale thing. Ugh.
I am a Dragonborn. I am a member of an old clan, the Koshak clan. My name is Rax.
Did you come
the other
with
world,
notes?
in the other world, you know me as Vince. Probe your memories. You'll remember yourself in this world.
And you see Ivan's new avatar looking literally for notes because he can't remember anything just yet. Just looking around.
What are his surface thoughts, out of curiosity?
Whose surface thoughts?
Ivan's.
Yeah. So his surface thoughts are still in Russian, which you notice right away. But you do get a couple English words, and it's like, the English words are things like, what the hell, I don't know who this body is. All I know is I am short. This is... And he lots of stuff goes by, but at one point in time he says something like, I think this is a low-tech place, but look what I am riding. And like as he says that, the Steel Defender looks up at him, and you hear like steam noises, like very mechanical. So he's having like this internal debate about where are we? Are we in the olden times or in the future? And then thoughts ramble on from there.
I think Elliot's finally kind of coming to terms with everything and says, "Okay, we do need to move forward." How dark is it? You said it's pretty dark outside, right? There's just like some lanterns here and there.
There's some lanterns here and there. It is there. You can see the sun is still in the sky. It's late in the evening. Everything is very overcast. So you can still see pretty well in front of you, but the shadows are deep, they are dark, and they are everywhere.
All right, so when Elliot starts to take a step forward, he instinctively walks by putting his staff in the ground as he's walking. It's almost like a walking stick. And the moment he does, the first thing that happens is his staff illuminates, and a 20-foot radius of light comes off of it as he instinctively casts the cantrip light. And it kind of gives us a little glow around us as he walks forward.
As you do that, as the light from your staff pushes back the shadows, you see a scurry of rats by one of the buildings. Just like a blanket of them suddenly move across the ground and then disappear.
That's gross. Vince, sorry, you said your Dragonborn name is
Rax.
So manly. Rax. After we just check this out, can you tell me more about what you know, these memories? I was very interested, but I cut you off. Sorry.
I can tell you. I don't know much yet. I'm sure I know about as much as everyone else does. It's just coming to me in kind of waves of memories and knowledge and information. And Vince is starting to feel far away. And Rax is starting to feel like me. but both
That's
of them
concerning.
live in my mind.
Okay, thank you.
And
That's very concerning.
Elliot, having not paid attention to that conversation, is still walking forward. And he glances back. He's like, are you guys coming?
Oh, yeah, let's catch up.
Yeah, we should go.
Mush? Forward?
This is a place of despair.
I feel that too.
Maybe I don't want to connect with those memories. This place is kind of freaky, but despair? What do you mean? Dread?
I certainly feel dread right now.
Oh,
I kind of hate this.
yeah. We are walking forward, right? I take it. And yeah, okay.
Yep. Yeah, you're
glances
heading
back again.
in. So as you are heading into the town, what draws your attention? What are you looking for right now?
I think two things right away. First off, Rax has mentioned multiple times a tavern, so kind of looking for anything that looks like a bar. And the second thing is watching out for apparent puddles of rats.
I think Father Gregor, now Father Gregor, I guess, is after the knocking. I think is drawn inexorably towards the sound.
I keep looking behind us. I'm kind of doing that thing where you walk and spin at the same time to check out the surroundings. And I'm really hoping that the old woman is going to be kind of hobbling behind us because she seemed to know what was going on.
The fortune teller.
Yes.
Okay.
Blake's hoping for something like a friendly face from her, I think.
Yeah, if I can get Blake and Professor Father Gregor to make a roll for us, perception roll. So go ahead and
All right.
let me know what your roll results are.
Perception. Does that show up? 22.
22 is a pretty good roll. So, Blake, as you are turning around, looking behind you, looking into the forest, into the mist to see if the old woman from the fortune-telling tent is with you anywhere, you don't see her. You do see shadows in the forest. Large beast low to the ground, massive shoulders, stalking through the mist, just staying outside your range of vision. But you can see they're out there.
Do you tell us that you see that?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Professor Gregor, as you are looking around, you see an old woman in the center of town, and she is pushing a small cart in front of her. She's hunched over. She has a hood pulled up over her head. It's like a little house built on top of the cart. And she goes to a door. She takes something out of the cart. She knocks on the door and then waits. And then she leaves when no one answers. And you see her do that to a couple places. All right, Vince, you got a question?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I would just wanted to know if you were if it was Blake that saw the shadows in the darkness.
Yeah, guys, there's something following us.
Okay.
I think
Vince has dark vision. Can I see it more clearly?
Vince, your eyes, you look into it. You're standing in the light. So if you're standing in the light, your dark vision is not quite effective when you're in the light. So
I'm going to step away from the light a little bit.
You move away from the light so that you're not getting that in your way. You know that you should be able to see. And what you see are grayish shapes that are the trees, the shrubs, some rocks. You see a reddish shadow stalking through the forest. So unlike in what you might be used to in regular D&D, where dark vision gives you the same 20/20 vision you would have with normal light, that is not going to be the case here. Dark vision is going to give you shades of gray for physical objects and shades of red for animated objects. Whether
Interesting.
they
So cool.
are living, undead, mechanical, I'm not going to make a distinction between those.
That is
Classic
interesting. Okay.
predator vision.
Yeah.
The person that Professor Gregor sees, say, what would you say their surface thoughts are?
Bring out your dead.
Yeah.
Okay, you just make me spit out tea.
I'm not dead yet.
Her surface thoughts are, I can't believe they don't open their damn doors. I just need one more for the collection. Just one more. Why won't anyone open their door? I'll make the next one open their door no matter what.
Well, that's not good.
I mean, unless she's selling Girl Scout cookies.
She's hunched over her cart. She appears that she has a hump in her back. But even in this stooped over posture, she looks very tall. Her arms look longer than you would expect arms to look. And she's pushing the cart forward, and she's kind of humming to herself as she goes. So her appearance is actually very cheerful.
That is not good. I think try to approach this one swiftly and says, "Ma'am, what are you doing? What are you doing out here? Can't you see that this place is dangerous?"
Oh, you must be new here. It is dangerous, but not if you know the ways. I travel this road all the time. It is safe for me. I have, and she goes to the front of the cart and she opens up the side of the little house on it, and inside you see stacks of pies. And there is a warmth coming off of them. And the smell is somewhere between like a very sweet fruit and maybe the smell of bacon. It's just this mixture of fruit and meat coming out of these pies. And she goes, "If you're new here, you're probably hungry. Would you be interested in a pie? Or maybe 2 or 3 you have friends with you."
I would like to roll insight on her, please.
They smell great.
I think that
Never mind, I
this
know
might
nothing.
be an appropriate point to make use of the, I think, third method of detect thoughts, which is once they are focused and reading the surface thoughts of a creature, you can probe deeper and reveal some secret about what they might be thinking.
Okay. In this moment, as you probe deeper into her, she's asking you to buy a pie. She generally wants you to buy a pie. She wants to get all of you pies.
Yeah.
She wants you to have pies so bad. Just one bite. I just need them to take one bite. Come, have my pie. There is no other pie like it. I guarantee you, once you get one, you'll come back for another.
Rax steps away from the pie.
You see, you're extraordinarily generous. I mean, you must be, considering that, my goodness, how many of this are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4. You'd be 3 over your quota to bring back for today. That would be quite an achievement. I'm sure you'd be greatly rewarded.
Oh, I don't have a quota for pies, sweetie.
You hear
Would you like one? They are just a gold piece each.
Rax is furiously shaking his head at all of you, saying, "This red flag, danger, danger, Will Robinson."
Elliot would like to cast Identify on the pie to see if it has any spell effects. You learn whether any ongoing spells are affecting the item and what they are.
There is no magic inherent in the pie. There's not an active magical effect on the pie. But you sense that magic was used in the production of the pie. That these were not made with normal baking ingredients. Something special was put into it. But whatever it is, it does not have an active magical effect on it now.
And I'm going to look at her and say, what's in the pie?
Sugar and spice and everything nice.
And beyond that, there's something else?
I need... Professor Gregor, roll a D20 for me, please.
Sure, I'll go about it.
You're deep diving into this old woman's mind, and this is to see if you detect anything else or if she's going to kick you out.
Doesn't she make the wisdom save? For
I am not going to roll the dice. I'm making you roll the dice for me.
Okay, understood.
You're in charge of your fate.
That's a 9 on the dice. I don't know what her modifier is, but she needs to beat a 13.
Yes. And with a beating a 13, this would be a meets it, beats it type situation. And so you sense about her as he's asking about the pies that she desperately wants to hide the ingredients of the pies.
Oh boy.
And then her eyes lock on you. And there's the pupils turn bright red as they look at you. And then you are pushed out. Gone. Your detect thoughts has ended.
Yes. I suspected as much.
I don't think anyone wants your pies, but can you tell us where we are? Like, yeah.
Oh, yes, I know you are lost, aren't you? I can sense this about you. You are in the village of Barovia, the shining light of this kingdom, or it once was. It's just a ghost of what it used to be.
I think at this point, Rax, something triggers a memory in his mind, and he says, "I came here to join you all to do something here, but I don't know what. Do you all remember that?"
Vince, you keep saying weird stuff, and you're a lizard, and I can't relate with that right now.
Probe your mind, Blake. Remember you here.
Who does this one serve? Who do you serve? Tell us, if you will not reveal. I think it.
Who do I serve? I serve the sisters. We serve the people. We serve the villagers.
Are there any
The
villagers
children.
looking at her right now? If I look around, like out a window or...
Yeah, go ahead and make a perception check as you're looking around.
Being a gnome, I have something special with that. I think I get a plus 1d4. Let's double check on that. Do perception, yes. Oh, that's a little better. 9 plus 4, 13 plus, what do I get for perception? 1. Oh, 14 total.
14 total.
Hmm.
There is, as you're having this conversation, you do see one of the shutters is open just a crack, and you see a shadow moving on the other side of it.
Okay. I was hoping to see whether or not someone was looking at this person with, like, good feelings. Like, oh, good, the local pie cart's on its way, and we're going to all get some yummies, or looking at this person with the dread, and I guess I only see an outline, so...
It is not the
Yeah.
ice cream truck going through the center of town with a horde of kids chasing after it. That is for sure.
Okay, thank you. Ooh. At this point, Ivan's new avatar puts a coin away. He was ready to buy a pie. Al seems really, really against it, so he's taking a point.
Well,
Elliot, with his
if
one-track mind, is going to angrily at this lady say, "Tell me what's in the pie!" And I'm going to try and use intimidation.
Okay. Make an intimidation check for me.
That is a 19.
19. That's pretty intense. She looks at you and smiles ever so sweetly. And she reaches out and puts her hand on top of yours. I told you it's everything that's nice. Everything that's sweet. And when you take one bite, you understand. I think with that, let's take a break. Let's regroup. And let's come back and we'll look at what's going to happen with the old woman who's selling pies.